I got a new EP for you. Woohoo! I mastered it all yesterday, and then I just mastered it all again, because you can never master something too much. Anyway, tonight's video, we're doing another sync video, as the title will no doubt refer to. This is the Pocket Operator edition of sync, using the Microfreak. I forgot what that was called for a second there. So this is the Stellar edition, so the most recent edition. In the previous video, we were clocking the Freak from a Volca. This is a slightly different setup. We're using the Freak as our brain, so that's going to control the tempo. And this is the robot Pocket Operator, which is going to be synced from the Microfreak. So there's a couple of things set up in this setup. Obviously, there's the clock settings of the Freak, and then you want to set up your Pocket Operator. I'm using the robot, which is like a drum machine kind of thing. Really cool. Sounds like this. So there, the drums we're hearing are coming from the robot. This would work for any Pocket Operator. There are a few. If you've never seen a Pocket Operator before, it kind of looks like a stripped down calculator from the 80s. If you're old enough to remember the 80s, and like me, you had a pocket calculator and then you took it apart. It kind of looked like that inside, and it just basically has there's a few, and they have chips that have kind of these kind of interesting chippy lo-fi kind of sounds on them. And the robot is a kind of drum machine. I think there's even a bass synth hiding in there somewhere. I am not an expert on Pocket Operators. I think they're cool because they're very small, battery powered, so very portable. But there are various kind of there's sort of workflow and shift functions and yada yada yada. So this isn't a video about Pocket Operators, simply setting up a sync to sync a Pocket Operator from the Freak. Okay, let's get into it. My movie just crashed, so let's do this again. Right, setting up the Microfreak. You want to set up the clock source and the clock type. Utility sync source. Now the source is internal because we're just using this in isolation. Obviously, if we were sending MIDI to it from, say, our DAW, we'd set the clock source as MIDI or USB if we were using USB. But yeah, because the Microfreak is our brain in this setup, it's internal. So that's all set up. That's nice and easy. And then we want the sync setting and the actual clock type, and that is 2 ppq, pulse per quarter. So that's cool. So that's the same specification as a Volca. So that's nice. So the Pocket Operators play nicely with the Volcas. Happy days. So that's what we want. So we're setting up the clock source to be internal, and the clock type is 2 ppq. Awesome. All right, now let's set up the Pocket Operator. So the Pocket Operator is smart because this is a 3.5mm connector. Depending on how the software is set up, these send out can receive different things and send out different things. What you want to set it up is into SY4, and you're going to hit this button and this button together to set that up. I'll do a diagram for the video, but so in that's in SY1, sorry, SY0, we just hear that this is putting out the audio. But if we put it into SY1, it's obviously putting out the pulse as well as the audio. SY2, not quite sure what that's doing. So these all have different, different specifications of what expecting it to receive and what it's sort of sending out. SY3, but where we want to be, SY4. What does SY stand for? Sync. Probably. So in SY4, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we can control the tempo on the Freak with this rate stroke swing, does that say? So let's do that. And we can hear that the little drum machine, the little pocket operator, is also slowed down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So there we go. There's not much more to say. That's how you do a sync if you're using like the Freak and the a pocket operator. And again, what a lovely little small portable sort of live setup, you know. And you might throw in, I don't know, you could probably sync out again into, or have a Volca in the mix there. And again, makes for a really light, easy to transport, small footprint live setup. And you know, if you actually learned a pocket operator, you can have a lot of fun, you know, messing with those beats live, as well as obviously the parameters on the Freak. Yeah, cool. What's cool with this setting, you don't necessarily, as I'm finding out now, need to be on a kind of rhythmic sequencer type patch. So this is literally the next one in line, which is one of the SFX patches. And you know, our little pocket operator is picking up the tempo and just, you know, giving us something. Let's find another sequence one. Yeah, I mean, you know, we could be here all night going through these. Let's just find another one for you so we can do a TikTok mix. And as I said, you know, what a great little live setup. Just those two little things. That's battery operated. The portability of the Microfreak, that's an interesting one. Need to investigate that, whether we can power that from a USB. You can't see it, you know, like a power bar. All me lights just gone crazy. All right, I think we'll call it a day for this video. That's how to sync up a pocket operator to the Microfreak. Yeah, happy days. All right, toodle, 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 toodle.